Hello guys, welcome back to TechDose, and in this video we will see the Dijkstra algorithm, and in this video we will be seeing the code implementation of Dijkstra algorithm along with an example. So at the end of the video I will be showing you the code walkthrough. In the previous video I have already explained what is Dijkstra algorithm and how it works, so the link for that video will be present in the description below. You can check that out and come to this video in order to see the implementation. So before implementation, let us first recap the steps. The steps were like this. First, we will mark all the vertices as unvisited, and then we will mark all the nodes with infinity distance initially except the source node, so that the source node gets selected first. Okay. Now we need to repeat all these steps. So we will repeat it v-1 times in order to select v-1 edges, so that it will be covering all the v vertices. Okay. Now the first step is pick the minimum value node which is unprocessed. So initially our source node will get picked. And the second step is whatever node is picked, we will mark it as processed. And after that we will update all the adjacent vertices of the picked vertex. So how do we update the adjacent vertices? Well, if we are at this node u and there is an edge from u to v, then if the cost of u plus weight of uv is less than the already present cost at v, then this indicates that if we use this node u and we use this edge from u to v, then we can reach to this node v by incurring less cost if we start at our given source node s. Okay, so if we encounter a lower cost path, then the already present path will be having a higher cost, and so we will update it with the cost of u plus weight of uv. Otherwise, if the cost is higher, then we will skip it. So these are the steps in order to form the single source shortest path graph. Now what are the requirements for data structures in order to implement? Well, if you can see, we need to keep the track of visited and unvisited nodes. For that we can use an array. But this will only work if the labels are initialized with 0 to n value. That means they are sequential. Okay. So if the labels are not sequential, then it is better to use a set. This will be better for non-sequential labels and array will be better for sequential labels. Now we also need another data structure in order to maintain the value of the nodes. That means what is the distance of a given node from the source node. This is very important because the goal of the entire algorithm is to find the shortest path starting from the source node to every other node. Okay. Now for that we can use an array. So an array will keep track of the shortest path from S to that node, but that will only work if the labels are again sequential. If the labels are not sequential, then we will have to use a map. This you will understand when you start solving. Now we also need another data structure in order to form the shortest path graph. Once we are given a graph, we will have to reduce the edges and find the shortest path graph. So how will we remember this? In order to remember that, we will have to store the edges in the form of parent-child relationship. So let us assume that there is an edge from u to v, then we can say that parent of v will be equals to u. So if we maintain the parent-child relationship in an array for all the nodes, that is for all the labels, then we can easily use this array in order to form our shortest path graph. Okay, so this is the logic. So this is the third data structure. We can use an array. Otherwise we can use a map as well. Now these are the first two data structures which I had already explained. In this code implementation, I will be using the simplest data structure, which is array for both 1 and 2. And for the third one also I will be using an array. Okay. Now let us look at an example in order to understand this algorithm. Let us assume that this is our given graph and we are at source, which is 0. Now our goal is to find the shortest path from 0 to every other node. Now as I said earlier, we will be using 3 arrays. So the first array will be parent array, second one will be processed array, and the third array is the value which will be storing the shortest path starting from the source node and ending at a given node. Okay. So according to our steps 1 and 2, we will mark all the vertices initially as unvisited, and we will also mark all the nodes with infinite distance except the source node. So we will do that. We will mark all the values with infinity except the source node, which will be marked as 0, so that it will be picked first. and for the parent part we will mark all as -1 because we have not chosen any of the node, and for the processed array all will be marked as false since none of the nodes have been processed. So I hope you understood the initializations. Now we will start processing. So what was our step? Our first step was to pick the min value node. So we will pick the min value node. What is the min value node? It is 0. So 0 will be picked. Now we are at 0. Now what is the second step? The second step was to mark this node as processed. So we will go to the processed array and we will mark this node as processed. So we will make it true. Now we will move to the third step. So what is the third step? We will have to update all the adjacent vertices. So whenever we find a lower cost path, then we will update the value. Now from 0, we have adjacent node as 1 and adjacent node as 2. So if we start from 0, then the cost to reach 1 will be cost at 0, which is 0, plus the edge weight, which is 1. So it will be 0 plus 1, which will be 1. But initially present cost is infinity. So you can see that we have found a lower cost in order to reach this 1 starting from source, which is 0 in this case. So we will replace this infinity with the minimum value, which is the new value. So this will be updated with 1. Now we will update this value with 1. Okay. Now when we update this, then we know that there is a edge from 0 to 1. Therefore the parent of this 1 will be 0. Therefore we will store the parent of 1 as 0. Okay. Now we will process the next edge. So the next edge is going to 2. Now if we find the cost in order to reach to 2 from the source node, then from source node, if we want to reach to this 0, then the cost will be 0 because the source node is 0 itself. And if we want to reach to 2 from 0, then this will be the edge weight from 0 to 2. So what will be the total cost in order to reach from source to 2? It will be 0 plus 4, which will be 4. Now we will take the minimum of 4 comma infinity because we want to find the shortest path. Therefore this will be replaced with 4. Now the cost at this 2 will be replaced with 4. Now you can see that we are using this edge from 0 to 2. So since this 0 is u and this 2 is v, therefore the parent of v will be equals to u. So now the parent of 2 will be storing the value 0. Okay, I hope you are understanding this. And now this node 0 has no other edges, so 0 is now processed. Now we will again move back to the first step. Now since this 0 is processed, we will pick the minimum from the rest of the nodes. So we have nodes from 1 to 5. The minimum value is 1, which is for node 1. So we will go to this node 1. Okay. And now for the second step, we will mark it as true. Now in the third step, we will have to relax all the adjacent vertices. So there are 4 outgoing edges from 1. One outgoing edge is from 1 to 0. But 0 is already processed, so we will not process it again. Since it is already processed, it is marked as true. Now 1 is having outgoing edge to 2. Now if we want to reach to 2 from 1, then the cost is 4. But if we want to reach to 2 starting from the source node 0 via this 1, then the total cost will be the minimum cost in order to reach 1 plus this edge weight from 1 to 2. So this will be 1 plus 4, which will be equals to 5. But we have already found a shorter path, which is costing us 4. So we will not update it. Okay, so this is not being relaxed, and now we will move on to the next edge. The next edge is going from 1 to 3. Now if we want to reach to this 3 from 1, then the cost is 2, which is nothing but the edge weight. But if we want to reach to this 3 from the source node, which is 0, then that will be equals to the minimum cost in order to reach this 1 from the source node plus the edge weight from 1 to 3. So that will be equals to 1, which is the minimum cost from 0 to 1, plus this edge weight 2. So this will be equals to 3. Now we will take the minimum of 3 comma infinity, and that will be equals to 3. So the cost at 3 will now be replaced with value 3, and 3 will be having a new parent which will be equals to 1, since there is an edge from 1 to 3. Okay, I hope you are understanding this. Now what is the next outgoing edge? From 1 there is an outgoing edge to 4. So the cost in order to reach to this 4 starting from the source node will be this 1 plus this 7. So that will be equals to 8. So we will be taking the minimum of 8 comma infinity, that will be 8. So this will now be updated to 8, and 4 will be having a new parent which is 1, because we have included this outgoing edge from 1 to 4. Okay. Now all the edges from this one have now been processed. Therefore we will again move back to step 1, and now 0 and 1 have been processed. So there are only 4 nodes left, which is 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we will pick the minimum between all these 4 nodes. So that will be equals to 3. So now we will pick this node 3. We will mark this node 3 as true, that is processed. And now we will move to step 3, which is relaxing all the adjacent vertices. So from 3 there is an outgoing edge to 2. Now 2 is not processed, therefore we can relax it. Now what is the cost in order to reach to this 2 via this 3? So that will be equals to the minimum cost in order to reach this 3, which is nothing but 3, which is via this 1 plus 2. Okay, so this is 3. Now from 3, if you want to reach 2, then that will be equals to this edge weight. So from source, if you want to reach to this 2 via 3, then the minimum cost will be 3 plus 3, which will be equals to 6. But the already found minimum cost is equals to 4. So minimum of 4 comma 6 is 4. So it will not get updated. So we won't do anything. Now from 3 there is an outgoing edge to 1. But 1 has already been processed, so we won't do anything. Now from 3 there is an outgoing edge to 4. Now what is the cost in order to reach to this 4 from 3? It is 4. And what is the cost in order to reach to this 4 starting from the source node via this 3? Via this 3, the cost will be equals to minimum cost in order to reach to this 3 plus the edge weight of 3 to 4. So that will be equals to 3 plus 4, which will be 7. Now you can see that the already found minimum cost was 8, and now we have found a new weight which is 7. So 7 is lower than 8. Therefore this 8 will now be replaced with 7. And since we are updating the weight, therefore the previously selected edge will now be discarded and we have selected a new edge. So we need to also update the parent, because the initial parent was of 4 was equals to 1. As you can see here, parent of 4 was 1. But now we have discarded this edge and we have selected a new edge which is giving us a lower cost. So now the parent of 4 is equals to 3. So the parent of 4 will now be updated to 3. Okay, I hope you are understanding this. Now there is one more outgoing edge from 3, that is going to 5. So the cost to reach to this 5 starting from this source node via this 3 will be equals to 3 plus 6, which will be equals to 9. Now minimum of 9 comma infinity will be 9. So this infinity will be replaced with 9. And so this infinity will now be replaced with 9. And parent of 5 will now be equals to 3. Because this edge is now getting included. Okay. Now all the outgoing edges from this node have now been processed. So this node is now being processed fully. So 0, 1 and 3 are processed fully. Now we are left with 2, 4 and 5. So now we will again move to the first step. We will pick the minimum value among the leftover nodes. So the minimum value among this 4, 7 and 9 is equals to 4, which is for node 2. So we will now select node 2. Now we are at this node 2. We will mark it as true, that is processed, and now we will relax the outgoing edges. So from 2 there is an outgoing edge to 0, but 0 has already been processed. From 2 there is an outgoing edge to 1 and also to 3, but both of them have now been processed. Now there is only one vertex which is not processed, which is 4 and is connected to 2. So we will try to relax this vertex 4. So from 2 to 4 the cost is 5. Now if we want to reach to this 4 via this 2, then the minimum cost will be the minimum cost in order to reach to this 2 from source, which is equals to 4, plus the edge weight from 2 to 4, which is 5. So total cost will be 5 plus 4, which will be 9. So initial present cost was 7 and now we are taking the minimum with 9. 9 is higher, therefore it will not get updated. So we have not relaxed any of the vertex. Now 2 is processed because all the outgoing edges have now been relaxed. So now this is also done and we are left with 4 and 5. Now we will take the minimum value among 4 and 5. This is 7, which is for node 4. So we will be at node 4. This 1, 2 and 3 are already processed. So the only unprocessed node is this 5. Okay. So from this 4, if we relax this edge 4 to 5, then that will be equals to cost at 4, which is 7, plus the edge weight, which is 7. So that will be equals to 7 plus 7, 14. But the already present weight is 9. So minimum of 14 comma 9 will be 9. So this is not relaxed. Okay. And by the way, this will also be marked as true. So now all the v minus 1 vertices have now been processed, and so our shortest path graph should have been formed. Okay. And where is this shortest path graph stored? It will be stored in our parent array. And the minimum cost in order to reach to any vertex starting from our source node, in this case it is 0, will be stored in this value array. Okay. Now let us see how to form the graph. Once we have calculated the parent array and also the value array, then we can easily form the graph because we know the vertices. So for 0, the parent value is -1, indicating that this is the source node. Okay. Now for node 1, the parent is 0. So there will be an edge from 0 to 1. So this is an undirected graph. So both ways it is true. Now for node 2, the parent is 0. So this will be drawn like this. For node 3, parent is 1. So this will be the structure. For this node 4, parent is 3. Okay, so this will be the structure. And for node 5, parent is 3. So this will be the structure. Now this is the shortest path graph structure. Now what will be the values? What will be the minimum cost values if we start from this source node? So this will be stored in value. Value of 1 is 1. Value of 2 is 4. Value of 3 is 3. Value of 4 is 7. And value of 5 is 9. This indicates the cost in order to reach from 0, which is the start node, to a given vertex. Okay. So I hope you understood how this Dijkstra algorithm works along with the data structure implementations and how to form this graph. If you are required to print this graph, then you can simply print this relationship along with the value. Okay. Now let us look at the time complexity and then we will see the code. So the time complexity for simple implementation will be order of v square, which I will be showing you in the code. If you want to improve this time complexity, then that will be equals to e log v, and this will be evident when we are seeing the code. So this is the entire time complexity. So let us now look at the code. This is the code which I have written. In this case, I have taken the adjacency matrix and then I have called the Dijkstra algorithm. Now let us look at how the Dijkstra algorithm is implemented in this case. Well, we are receiving the graph. I have set v equals to 6 in this case, saying that we have 6 number of vertices. I have taken the parent array, the value array and the processed array. Now I will make parent at 0 equals to -1, since we are assuming that 0 is our source node. Okay. So 0 is our source node. Now value at 0 will be 0 because source node will be having cost equals to 0. Now we will process for all the other vertices, which will be v minus 1 times. Now this one is step 1, where we will be picking the minimum value node, that is the minimum cost node. Initially source node will get picked. Once we have picked the minimum cost node, we will mark it as processed. So this is step 2. Once we are done with these 2 steps, we will be running the step 3. So in step 3, if there is a node, then we will be relaxing all the adjacent nodes. Okay. So here we will be running a loop for all the vertices and we will check if there exists an edge from u to j. If there exists an edge, then only we can relax this edge. Okay. That is, this j will be adjacent to this u. Now this j should not be processed. So processed at j should be equals to false. And also value at u should not be equals to int max. Okay, because if it is equals to int max, then if you add any value to it, then it will wrap around and it will come out as negative value or some wrong value. Okay, so that should not happen. And one last condition is that adding this new edge should actually benefit us. That is, if we add this new edge, let's say from 1 to 2, then adding this edge should lower the cost in order to reach from source. Let's say our source was equals to 0. And from 0 to 2, we already know that cost is equals to 4. But we know that from 0 to 1, the cost is 1. And from 1 to 2, the cost is 2. So if we already know that in order to reach from 0 to 2, the cost is 4, we have written it here. Now if we are at node 1 and we are relaxing all the outgoing edges, then the cost to reach to this 2 from this source via this node 1 will be equals to this cost 1 plus this cost 2 which will be equals to 3. So we will be taking the minimum of 4 comma 3. Okay, so when by including this node u, if we can decrease the shortest path from source to j, then we will update the value, and we will also update the parent, because in this case if you can see, this path is having lower cost. This is having cost equals to 3 and this path had cost equals to 4. So initially this edge was included from 0 to 2. So parent of 2 was 0. Now we will be including this edge from 1 to 2. Therefore we will have to discard this edge from 0 to 2. Therefore we will be updating the parent as well. This I have already explained you. So this will be repeated for all the adjacent vertices, and this will be repeated for v minus 1 times in order to cover all the vertices. Okay, so I hope you understood this algorithm. Now this is the select min vertex algorithm, where we will be iterating through all the vertices and we will be picking the minimum value vertex which is not processed. Okay, so this is very simple to understand. Now the final part is we will be printing the graph using this parent array. So this is nothing but printing u comma v along with the edge weight. Okay, so this is nothing but a list. I hope you will be able to understand this. So this is the entire algorithm. Now where can we improve these algorithms? Well, we can improve this algorithm here. When we are selecting the minimum vertex, this is step 1. Now here we can use a priority queue in order to pick the minimum vertex. So this will be very simple implementation, and this will reduce the time from v to log v. So this is a very good optimization. Another optimization which you can do is, instead of using this adjacency matrix, you can use adjacency list. So if your graph is sparse, then adjacency list will be having very few iterations as compared to this adjacency matrix. Okay, so these are the two improvements which you can do in order to reduce the time from v square to e log v. Okay, I hope you understood this entire algorithm. This code link will be present in the description below. You can check it out. If you have any other doubt, then feel free to comment below and I'll try to help you as soon as possible. Like and share our video and subscribe to our channel in order to watch more of this programming videos. See you in our next video. Thank you.